Maybe a bit more sort of here would be nice. And then, yeah. Can you get a bit more smoke? I think it's the wind, but there's just not much.
Why do you need the smoke?
Just so it's a bit more visible on the picture, I guess. It's quite windy, so I think it just disappears quickly.
So you just pulled out an Insta camera.
Yeah.
And these are the kind of cameras that people get for weddings, where you take a camera full of photos and then that's it.
Yeah, I think some people like to take them on holidays as well. They give you a bit of a like old school feel.
Almost like a 1980s thing.
Yeah. Bit of a throwback.
Although you two don't look young enough, don't look old enough to know the 80s.
90s.
I'm 03, so I'm not bad.
03?
Yeah,
So back on the iPhone.
Yes. I guess mixing old and new.
So we're by a railway bridge on a Sunday morning. How come you've chosen this venue for this shoot?
I walk past it quite a lot when I'm out just on walks. There's some really beautiful concrete walls and backgrounds.
There's two of you here. One's holding the camera, one's the model. Where's the power play here? Who's in charge?
Big boy.
Big boy. No, I guess it's both, right?
Keep it neutral.
Yeah, it takes both parts to pull this together. There's no picture without the model.
Does the model have say over what gets published, what gets used, or is it the person who's holding the camera who really controls that?
This is quite low-key, more sort of a personal project.
When I do photography, I don't let the models decide which photos of the
So you
photos.
also go the other side of the camera.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So Harry's squatting down now, holding a different kind of pose. It's almost like a power yoga pose. And when you say this is a personal project, Daniel, does that mean that these are your clothes or this is your idea?
Idea, yes. The clothes were sort of specifically bought or made for this. So like the shirt, I burned all the sort of holes and textures into it.
That was a pigeon. That was a pigeon poo, just landing very near you.
Great. Maybe let's move on over to this side. Amazing.
What are you trying to do? What have you got an idea about what you want, or are you just going to wait until you see it?
Yes, so I've got a whole concept on my phone and my head. The whole theme is sort of this burnt imagery, I guess, so the burnt shirt. And I'm also going to work with some paper that's sort of been burnt, and then maybe just sort of see an eye looking through, or with the film, get the pictures developed and then maybe burn something into the photographs. It's a lot of...
Oh, that's interesting. So even the developed film might be burnt in this one.
Yeah. So sort of different levels to it rather than just having one idea, I guess.
And Harry's just sparked up another cigarette.
Yes, and he's smoking as well.
Try and
so,
create more smoke.
I think here maybe.
So Harry's shaking out his hair. I mean, the wind helps and it hinders. It's both, isn't it?
It's probably both. Should we stand over here and then maybe you can turn a bit more towards it? So it doesn't...
So to describe for people listening what Harry's wearing, he's wearing scuffed black ankle boots, kind of wide-fitting black trousers, and a white vest shirt which has been burnt with holes. That's a layman's description. You might describe it differently, Daniel.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty bang on. The trousers are really wide, so it almost look like a skirt in a way. So the legs are really, really wide, pleated, and then the vest is all burnt around the edges and the collar as well.
And do you and Harry work often together? Is he a mate doing you a favour, or is this a professional shoot?
So this is a friend helping out.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Sun's just come out. Add something else. You're doing this on a bank holiday Sunday in your own time.
Yeah, so I always forget when it's bank holiday, to be fair.
Yeah.
So you must be very kind of
Always.
like determined or focused, because you're not just waking up with a hangover on a Sunday morning going, oh, what am I going to do today?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really go out and drink, first of all, so hangover is not really a thing for me. But also work in hospitality, so my weekend is usually when other people work. So I'm off, usually Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays. And Harry, I don't know why you're here doing me the favour.
I am hungover.
Should we move over there maybe so the wind's not as much?
So this
of a
is
bother?
this is not your work. This is not your job. This is kind of like your second job. It's kind of, this is not your money job.
Trying to turn it into a paid job, I guess.
Aha. Okay.
So yeah, that's why I'm here, taking pictures and I guess build a bit of a portfolio maybe, or
Harry, the other side of the camera. What are you thinking? Do you blank your mind purposely? Are you just like, I'm just going to be whatever I need to be? Or are you like, I'm going to put myself into this?
I think I just try and want to keep a nice face. I keep a nice body, I think. I don't know. I'm still learning how to model in front of a camera, strictly.
Yeah, and I guess it's hard to know what you're doing until you see the
Yeah.
pictures after.
But I try and think when I take a photo, what do I want them to do? And I rarely give too much direction.
So you like it to just flow and see what happens?
It's just a lie. When I photograph, I do get kind of bossy.
Yeah, do you want more direction? That's I was thinking about that. I was
Yeah.
just like in my own.
Yeah, if you wanted. Because I don't even know how to stand.
All right, sweet. Let me quickly just. That's cool, for example.
Yeah, cool.
That's really cool, right?
So you're just both looking at the photos
Yeah.
together.
Sun coming in from behind.
So much hair.
That's so cool, I think.
And it's amazing how one face can be 100 different looks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. It takes hundreds or probably thousands of shots, depending on what you're doing, to get maybe 2 or 3 that really.
Would it be better to
Pretty,
be?
I
Would it
guess.
be better to be limited, old school, put a roll of film in and have 24, and that's all
I
you've
guess
got?
so. That's quite cool to do both at the same time. Because with this, I think there's 30,
With a little plastic camera.
maybe 39 shots on here.
The stuff, when it's like friendly stuff, I think it's fine to do a bunch.
Yeah.
Just take a bunch, no? But if
And-
you're doing a job thing, then you have to go back and look at everything, and you have to pick, and I think it can waste time.
Do you ever come to the point where you've done a job and you look and nothing has worked? Does that happen?
I've had it, yeah.
Oh wow.
I've had it where I don't like, but you don't like the photo, but the person does, so it's fine.
Yeah,
But
I
I
think
don't like
sometimes it's
the-
natural, right? If whatever work you do, sometimes you don't like what
Yeah.
you've created, and then you just move on to the next thing. and
Yeah,
you do
just-
something
So you've
else.
got to let it go. That's part of the
Yeah.
artistic process. It's just letting it go.
Yeah, because you're not you won't create the same thing
I think-
again and again.
Yeah, and it's not so much about the piece that you create. I think it's more about
Process.
yeah,
journey.
yeah, the process and doing things and just getting, I don't know, it's like an itch to just make something or create something or shoot in this case, and then it's done and then you do the next thing. For me at least,
I like it.
I think once it's out, it's old news in a way.
Because when you create stuff, I think it's very of the mood of what mood you're in that time when you've taken it. So sometimes when you look back at it, you're like, oh, no, you kind of don't relate to it, or you don't think of it as the same with the same excitement. But you know you did in the moment, and that's why it's a nice photo or something. But you have to, you can't be drearying over stuff, I think.
Yeah, I think it depends on the reason why you do things. I think some people probably do want the recognition and people to admire your work and all this.
You're starting out, so you need the recognition, or does that not matter to you?
No, I don't really care about it, to be fair. I've been doing creative work on the side for probably 10 years or more. So now the lane I'm going down in is more sort of, photography, fashion-based, but everything sort of tailored towards the music industry. So album covers and photographs for musicians and all this. But
Does that pay?
not yet, but it doesn't have to. So I'd rather do it my own way, work on things that I want to work on, that I like, and even sort of create my own opportunities in a way. And then if people find it and see it and want to work with me, sweet. If not, I've still created the work and I enjoyed it. So that's the main part really for me.
Is there a dream that somebody will see it and it will just go stratospheric, or someone see your work and go, come and shoot Madonna? I don't know. I don't know how
That
it
would
would
be so
work. But,
cool. That would be cool, but
or are you realistic and you're like, this
you have
is...
to be realistic, but also just getting a really big thing doesn't make it. You get more money, but you get more stress and you get more pressure and you get more things put on you. So rushing to that isn't always the best idea.
Yeah, and I guess also just if you get the chance of working with somebody really big or famous, it doesn't mean that the project is actually going to be something that you enjoy or that you're maybe proud of after the outcome, the work that you think, oh, this is sick.
And there's so much
It
more
doesn't-
control with that stuff.
Yeah, and it doesn't. I think it's definitely possible for anyone and for anyone's work to be discovered, especially nowadays. You just put something online, and if you're lucky, it goes viral, or people see it and find it, and then everybody wants to work with you. Personally, for me, that's not a dream, so to say. I don't know about you. Again, just sort of doing the work, and I guess it's just one of many creative outlets. So just being able to do it, does it for me already.
So actually, it's the just doing it makes you happy.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's mainly why I'm doing this now. I hope that I'm gonna get some nice pictures, and then I'm happy with it, and then move on to the next thing. Like I said before, if somebody sees it and thinks, "Wow, this is sick," or it becomes part of a portfolio, something that maybe leads to work, sweet. But that's not the plan necessarily. Just keep it open, I guess. Be patient and just let things happen organically.
How do you know each other?
My best friend worked with Danny at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As simple as that, random.
So common
Yeah.
friend,
Yeah.
and then we met, and that's it.
Yeah.
Do you think that's quite common of how we go through life? Actually, it's the random connections rather than
Yeah,
trying
I
to
think
work it.
I mean, I don't know how you meet friends. You never think about it until you're friends. You know what I mean? You become
think-
friends with them and you're like, oh,
how did that happen?
Yeah.
I think yes. Even though we're in London, I think where everything seems so big and anonymous, and there's so many people, I think still you just kind of meet people organically through other people, or through word of mouth as well, sort of discovering things
Yeah.
or hearing about things, recommendations. It's actually like a village. Just
Yeah.
You as the model, you're the person who's actually there online. People have an opinion. People will make a comment about your
Yeah.
physical appearance.
Yeah.
They
I'm
go, oh, I
pretty-
don't like his hair, or I don't like his look, and you have to be quite thick-skinned.
Kind
for
of.
that.
I don't know anyone who's like doing that. I've never encountered someone who's like.
I
or
think
like-
there is a lot of hate online, but I've also not
I'm-
encountered any of
yeah.
that.
Oh,
Oh, well,
Aim
that's good. So
towards
it's not
me
actually,
or-
it doesn't actually
No.
come into your kind of world. It doesn't come
I
into the
think
modelling
so.
world. People are
Not
not
yet.
out there.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
after
I
this,
know.
maybe after this show, people are like, what the
Yeah.
hell are you doing?
Get him offline. I don't know. No, I feel quite comfortable, so I'm not that bothered about it.
You're easy.
Yeah.
You're easy about who sees
Yeah. 'Cause
you.
I don't see who's seeing it, so.
Yeah, and
Sort
also it
of.
doesn't really matter what anyone says or thinks, good or bad. I think it's everyone takes themselves and everybody else too seriously, I think.
Yeah. Unless you
It's
like Crush
not-
says something wrong.
Yeah,
Something
okay,
is annoying, but-
That's- we
I
get a
think you
hate
have to-
train.
Yeah, because if it's a bit more normal, I don't think normal people do
Yeah.
that to other normal people unless you're like
Yeah.
on a screen in a different sense. No.
Well, that's nice because that sounds like you have a faith in human nature.
Yeah.
Like most people are nice.
Yeah, I think so. Most people around me are nice. If someone random who you really haven't met, you don't know what they look like, you don't know how they act, says something, it's kind of okay. So you're like, what was so pointless?
I
Pointless
feel
thing
like
to
everyone
say.
feels the need to share every single thought about everything and everyone they have,
Yeah.
and takes their own opinions way too serious, I think,
Mm.
which is quite sad sometimes if it goes into
Yeah.
a negative and
To be bullied.
mean way. Yeah.
Too much for the bully. You ever get bullied for your podcast?
It hasn't gone online yet.
Okay. So you'll find out.
You wait.
Yeah. We'll see.
Hi.
Hello there. How you doing?
Oh, I'm living my dream.
Oh, great. So this is a gentleman from a security buggy has just come to have a chat. How are you?
So, firstly, this part of the Olympic Park, and if you would like film.
So we've moved to the other side of the railway line. We were advised to move by the security guy in the golf buggy. And now we've got a concrete background.
It's sort of wavy texture, which I think looks nice. Creates some shadows. Almost looks like a curtain, right? Made out
Yeah.
of concrete, which is quite cool, I think. Yeah, that's nice.
So you chose the shadow behind the rail, the big structure behind us. Why shadow, not direct sunlight?
I think I'm going for a bit more of a darker, sad energy or vibe, I guess.
If someone's wearing clothes with burn marks in them, something's happened.
Yeah, I guess it's nice to leave it up for interpretation with any artwork, music. I think it's nice. That's cool. That's a nice pose.
So Harry's just gone down on one knee.
I think with any artwork, whatever kind it is, it's nice to keep either the piece itself or the story, I think, quite abstract.
So you're not actually you're not trying to tell a certain story here. You want it to be interpreted in different ways.
Yeah, I think maybe I have a story in my head, but it's nice to not share it necessarily. I think it's quite boring when you look at a painting, a photograph, music, whatever, and it's sort of given or fed to you straight away what it means, or if you know straight away what you're looking at, and you don't really have to think, you don't have to interpret it your own way, you don't have to put anything into it, you're just kind of consuming it and saying, okay, that's that. That's, I guess, why I prefer things to be more abstract.
So you're not telling Harry the story.
I mean, we've
You're
not spoken about it. He's not asked. I've not spoken about it. I think it doesn't have to be voiced, because then also maybe he's trying to portray something or act, a certain way to match what I have in my head. So again, it's kind of nicer to just see what happens as we work on it together, and then maybe something that I haven't thought of comes out of it, which is also cool. I think it pushes the work a bit more rather than maybe let's do a few from behind as well. With the holes in the back. That's
The holes in the back.
Yeah. There's a few here. You have an idea or concept in your mind, but then when you actually do it, it always works a bit differently, or doesn't work.
Why are you using an iPhone rather than like a tripod with a camera and all of that?
I mean, I like to keep it quite simple usually. I think especially if it's a personal project and it's not so much about the equipment or what you can. I think a bit of appearances as well, maybe. Naturally, people think it's less professional, I think, on a phone. But
Phones are so good now.
if you have the old school sort of camera, tripod, lenses, a bag and everything, the whole setup, automatically, even today, people take you more serious, I think, or think you're professional, you're doing this for work. Also with, I think, iPhones nowadays or other things, the quality is so good. And
This is something that Harry would say. You just said phones are so good, like you almost don't need anything else.
Yeah, I don't use the phone when I shoot. I like cameras and stuff, but I think the photos are like so crazy.
Yeah, you
like
can
crazy clear.
film and
Yeah.
photograph amazing things on iPhones and other phones as well. I think it's kind of also comes down to skill, but also kind of challenges you to actually make it work and make something cool with it, even if it's maybe a little behind an actual camera.
The editing process that happens for both of you after you've done a shoot and you're looking through everything, is that very creative? Like, is that very enjoyable to mess around with the photos, or is the most enjoyment
I
this?
love editing.
I
love
hate
editing.
it.
I get
Oh,
into
that's
bed-
interesting.
I
So one of you
hate
loves
editing.
it and one of you hates
I
it.
get into bed and I could do it all night.
Really?
I really like it, yeah. And you guys leave. And you literally just go like, and then you see it all.
Editing.
Oh, I get more stressed taking the photo. Because I'm like, you know what I
It's actually
mean?
the opposite for me.
Yeah.
This is like where the work actually happens for me. The photo shoot with other people, I guess hands-on and physical. And then I wish it wouldn't need editing, because it's quite a long process for me, at least, to look through everything and choose the shots that you want as the final pieces.
Daniel, the fact that Harry enjoys the editing process, maybe he's quicker at going yes, no, yes, no, yes, no,
Yeah,
whereas
I'm
it's
super decisive.
Yeah, but also I feel like the editing process kind of slows that down, because then you really slow down and then you pick the images, and then editing, you can spend hours, tens of hours on one image, fine-tuning all these small settings, and I think that's, I don't know, I just don't enjoy it. I find it quite tedious, quite draining.
I like going through them really quick, and then whatever pops in your head is like a nice thing, you know. Then I'm like, okay, cool, that's
That
it.
works.
You choose them quickly, the
Yeah.
shots. That's quite cool.
I just go tap,
That's-
tap, tap, and I can see which ones I like the most.
Can you make a bad photo look good with editing?
I think so.
So you can actually.
No, but it's an angle. If you haven't showed it in nice angles and stuff, then no.
So you've got to have something good to work with at the beginning. You can't
Yeah,
just
you have to
create
do it
something
fast.
through the editing process.
Yeah. You have to do it good and fast.
I
Or
think
at least-
with, maybe that's why I don't like editing so much. I think you can do a lot with editing. You can mask quite a bit. You can maybe make something pop when it's not quite there. And I think it's nicer to try and achieve that pre-editing.
Yeah,
So I like to keep it really simple, really clean, the edit.
yeah. It's best to do
Um,
it a lot before you. edit.
Yeah, I think it's nicer to have an amazing shot and you can just tell it's a great shot. And then if it doesn't need a lot of editing, I think that already speaks for the picture
Yeah.
itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just too dark, I think. Maybe let's try later at the end.
Yeah.
I think the ones I took on the small camera could work.
So where are we at now? Where are we at now in the shoot?
I'm just trying to quickly collect my thoughts and remember what I actually wanted to get.
While you do that, Harry, you agreed to do this shoot
Yeah.
as a favour. Do you remember the first time you did modelling? Whether it
Yeah.
felt natural?
Yeah.
Is it a performance thing? I mean, can a shy
No,
person
but-
do it?
Having a lens in front of you just makes you a bit more. I'm not aware of my body in the sense of how it looks and when you're moving it in poses and stuff, which I think to model you just have to be a bit more aware of it now. But the first time I did it was so fun. It was a life model shoot. So we were naked and then he did this really insane.
When, just when you say life model, does that mean for an art class?
It was for
Like people are painting you?
no, this guy was a photographer.
Right.
So he was photographing me but he was professional with everything. So then, but he did this really insane activity on me for, I don't know, lesson, I guess. Because I was so stiff and I was like, I'm really sorry, I don't know, whatever.
Because it's the first time you've done it, and you've got no clothes on.
Yeah, which I'm fine with the no clothes bit, but it's still a bit like... But he did this thingy with me, Danny, it was like, arms like that.
So
like that.
pulling the arms out
Yeah,
straight.
and then we would have to like move, but constantly keeping this bit together.
So almost
So then
like a
we're,
slow motion
winding.
dance.
Yeah, so then we were winding
quite
with
cool.
each other, and then afterwards I was like, loosened up. It was so crazy.
That's
It was
interesting.
really crazy.
So basically, slow motion dancing with somebody else loosens you up
Yeah.
instead of making you even more conscious.
And being like that close, I think, you just all of a sudden feel more relaxed. You know, your body feels more relaxed. So that was cool. I wanted to kiss him after. It was like magic. I was like, it's literally like a magic trick. It was cool.
And what do you do when you're not doing this? When you're not modelling?
I do floristry. I'm training.
Oh
do
right, so
floristry.
you work with flowers,
Yeah.
and that's another visual medium.
Yeah. And then I'm studying now. So I'm also creating, I'm doing less photography and more visuals, like making visuals and videos and stuff, which I really like. Sometimes you need other people around. Like I did a project, I helped a friend photograph for her uni project, and she made the set. And I like quite simple, like quite like minimal stuff. And she made it look so crazy good. Everything was everywhere. And then I was a bit like, oh god, like, it's stressing me out a little bit. But then I take them, and then you kind of are forced into the new situation, so you can still find your own style in something a little bit crazy or something. So it's made me now know that I can put more into it and make it look nice. But I would be so anti putting more stuff in before.
That's part of the thing of learning and being young and being creative is you kind of oddly have quite set views when you're younger, and you're quite determined. And then as you get older, you just a bit more kind of like, okay, I'm not going to force this. Do you find that's a natural process that you go through?
Yeah, I'm quite like I'm relaxed in life, but when it's my photos, I'm a bit anal.
Yeah.
I'm a bit anal, yeah. I like to dress them all and like everything, you know what I mean? Like the control over it, I like. And where the
Yeah, I
shadows
guess maybe
go.
I'm the same. It's just so normal to me, so I feel like I
Yeah.
would say, no, I'm not. But I guess, yeah, I like to be all over it and think of every detail and sort of have everything thought through and just know everything that's going on.
Yeah. But like if someone at the model says I think, then I'm like, no.
Yeah, like,
I'm sorry.
no, maybe not.
We're not doing
But
that.
the end process, when we were talking earlier about putting it out there and people seeing your work, the end process, you don't mind what other people think.
No, not at all. I think as long as I'm happy with it, that's the only thing that matters to me. If I'm not, I probably won't put it out. And if I like it and I thought it's good enough to put out, if somebody else doesn't like it, sweet, whatever, life goes on. I don't like everybody else's work, and I don't have to let them know. If that's something that they enjoyed making and they enjoyed or thought was good enough to put out, good for them. Good for me, and there's no need to put anyone else down or be put down by what other people think about it.
I agree.